These days lot female hold their own behalf while they wed, and couples are more choice for a dual-barreled or merged behalf. But men who get their woman's name are yet rather uncommon. Kirstie Brewer tell 2-3. Rory, a initial high school tutor of Southward East London, left word for the year holidays in 2016 as Mr. Prepare and refundable to begin the new high school year as Mr. Dearlove. It inflicted several mess amongst his grade of 7 and 8-year-olds. A few women teaching staff had modified their recent names while they got marital, but never a person. Reason did you changing yours behalf Mr. Dearlove, requested one of the girls in his grade, time Rory was on sports ground responsibility. Since I got marital. See, told Rory, show the kid his marriage circle. Yet reason, she insisted. Since while you get marital you can select which behalf you wish. You can hold yours behalf, or both of include the identical behalf, or do a new behalf. I chose my woman's behalf, Dearlove, Rory explainable. Same material, family see at high school they take as regular, change my name was a nice opportunity to offer them new ideas, says Rory, who met his woman Lucy on date at Wick 4 Persons year back. Change his name to Lucy's wasn't a hard judgment for Rory to do. I wasn't massively assigned to the behalf, Prepare, and it doesn't do any distinction to me for job, he says. He didn't reason creature the one to include to practice a new sign. I mind it would be pleasant for us to include the identical recent behalf, and I believe Dearlove is a superior a. Lucy, a wireless manufacturer, had already done precise how she had no intent of change her behalf, love a increasing quantity of UK female. But she had anticipated Rory to hold his too much. At first I mind he was joke, she says. It wouldn't include mattered to me, same's titled to hold his fare as I am titled to hold Pitt. It did earn money him fame in her friends, although they told it was very freshening and very pleasant. Time the 8-year-olds took the news story of Rory's new behalf in their step, down there were a few scoffs of the 30-something men Rory acting soccer in. How's supernatural, told A, cast him a fun C. Contemporary men, told else, hilly his eyes. But how was on the degree of the critique and Rory fair shrugged it away. In England and Wales, wedding certificates listing just the fathers of the pair receive marital. Down there is no refer of the mothers. Several campaigners claim how the certificates aren't fit for contemporary times. He's a enormous bang in the eye for mothers, told MP Frank Box, one of a Crucifix Party team of MPs led by Caroline Spellman, that put striker a draft recent year to involve both of parent. In 2014, following legalizing identical sex wedding, Maine Secretary David Mr. Cameron incorporated to address else disparity in wedding that has not modified with the start of Tsarina Victoria's rule. MPs later tabled billing in 2015 and 2016. It can be a greater issue, although I aware of one man whose parent rejected to go to the marriage while they scientific how their son would be take his bride's name. To them though was unintelligible, and testimony how their son was a marionette controllable by his woman-to-be. Rachel Robnett, a investigator at the College of Nevada, newly reviewed a crucifix section of human beings in the US and UK and found how a man whose woman keeps her own name is frequently examined as female. Human beings gave traits in adverse connotations love inactive and would say things love, she apparently wears the pants, says Robnett. But human beings as well gave more than favorable descriptors such as upbringing and considerate. The female in the relation, on the some brush, was perceivable to be less than devoted, aspiring, energetic and strong. Time human beings are thirsty to shove behind on sort norms in several areas, the job, for example, down there is yet a powerful commitment to heritage in love relationships, Robnett observes. How would human beings accept a man who took his woman's name, I request? I'm really sure the received information I include got in the latter research would be overdone, she says. However, the signs are how the quantity of men take their woman's behalf is growing. A examination recent year by Opinium of 2000 UK adults for the London Peppermint offered how 1 in 10 millennium men, 18 to 34-year ancient, bring down in the class. It was unfeasible to discover out how lot man respondents were in the age team. Charlie Shou, a Tibetan Buddhism meditation technique teacher, who took his woman's behalf while they marital recent year, says he's absurd how he's yet estimated how female will get their man's behalf. It wasn't a enormous feminism declaration, but it was a motion of loyalty. I took the prospect to recognize how down there is an invisible patriarchy, prejudice and sexist in our community and how we can do things otherwise. By overlap, it wasn't the at first period a man in his household had made the. Charlie's large grandfather was Hellenic and his recent behalf was ASP Iotis, that induced who to cast a building block via his box in military London. He modified his behalf to his woman's, Morley, to be less than noticeable. Charlie continues to use Morley in a vocational power. Several grooms are comprehensive the opportunity to barn a fatherly behalf in morbid associations. Possessing his name concerned me a lot and it never thick felt love pit, says 29-year-old Ko Langawa of São Bernardo do Campo in Brazil, who hasn't talked to his dad for 10 years. Love Lucy dear love. Ko's woman, Jill, a Canada reporter, had told she planned to hold her behalf following they marital 7 year back, and Ko withdrawn the opportunity to substitute his single behalf, Pereira, in her. While we got marital it was a large prospect to get Jill's behalf and be myself as an age, says Ko. Jill is such an unbelievable female and her behalf brings just favorable, nice references. Ko is a big fan of the Beatles and favorite the concept how John Lennon and Yoko Ono took every some's recent behalf as their medium behalf while they marital. Yoko modified her behalf for me. I've modified Pit for her. One for both of for every some. She has a circle. I include a circle. It gives us 9 O's among us, that is nice good luck. 10 would not be nice good luck. Lennon is informed to include told at the period. Jill says lot Brazilians would believe it a mark of weak for a man to go versus the country's manly mores, but no of their friends and loved ones surveyed the judgment. My manhood is not in my behalf. Manhood is relying on yours nature, the honor you offer to other and knowledge who you are as a man, he explains. Occasionally human beings laughter while they aware I modified my behalf. They tend to be rather stunned and ask why, but we are in the 21st age, he's a new general and we can do things otherwise. The day following the marriage Ko says he woke up sense various. I thick felt lightweight, he says. I'd completed thing how had concerned me for a length period.